Hey Sofrito Lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from the Boogie Down Bronx, home of salsa and hip hop. I am exhausted, but I hope you are doing well. Bringing you this week's mukbang. Check this out. This wonderful gigantic mess is some delicious lamb over rice with salad, a very basic halal lunch dinner. You know, in New York City we're famous for these little halal trucks and these little halal grills. This is again some Middle Eastern style lamb covered in that white sauce. I got a big old mazorca de maíz, a big old corn cob. Look at this. All that red stuff is some hot sauce because I like my halal food a little spicy. Unfortunately, it's not that delicious Middle Eastern red hot sauce. It's a typical Chinese packet hot sauce. This halal food is not from one of the street vendors. It's actually from a Kennedy Fried Chicken right here in the Bronx, right here in my neighborhood, I should say, to be more specific. In my neighborhood, which has a whole halal menu. I am not the biggest fan of all those roving halal trucks. I know that that's like New York City foodie sacrilege to say you don't like street meat and you don't like the halal carts. But to be honest, I'm not exactly confident in a lot of those halal trucks. Sometimes their hygiene, the way they keep cooked food with raw food close to each other, a lot of those little things kind of bug me out. I kind of don't want to get diarrhea. So I tend to go to halal grills or places where Middle Eastern folks cook on a grill or at Kennedy Fried Chicken, where a lot of South Asian Middle Eastern folks work and own. And I prefer some nice, you know, cleanly and not street meat halal food. I've been talking too long. Buen Provecho. I love it. I believe the white sauce is tzatziki sauce, I believe. I know I'm probably butchering that. But it's that delicious white sauce. And of course, some hot sauce to give it a little cut in some heat and spice. Again, I wish it was that delicious red Middle Eastern hot sauce that they make. But this Kennedy Fried Chicken only has the Chinese food packet hot sauces. So what can I say? Bed, it's the lamb is on a bed of orange rice. Very spicy, delicious rice. And the very simple lettuce and tomato salad. Maybe some raw onion in there too, I believe. Mira. Let me show you some more. Mira. This is a very typical New York lunch and or dinner. Those halal trucks are ubiquitous. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you are in, you will find a halal truck or a halal grill. Happy belated Father's Day to all the dads, stepdads, men who mentor young people, spiritual fathers, political fathers, all those incredible men that are there for people in a loving, emotional, supportive, and caring fashion. Happy belated Father's Day. I honor you, recognize you, affirm you, love you. Father's Day is rough. It's rough, I think, for a lot of us who've lost our dads. I lost my dad about 16 years ago, I believe. Yeah, 16 years ago. Father's Day can be pretty rough. My father and I had our differences, and my father wasn't always the easiest man to get along with or love, but I did love him. And it's been 16 long years. There's a lot that he's missed. Watching me grow up, watching my nephews grow up. He's never met David. So Father's Day is very difficult. This past Father's Day, I kind of tuned out the world. You know, all the Father's Day all the Father's Day wishes on social media and all the Father's Day commercials and all the Father's Day oriented everything was just something that I just totally ignored. I just did not want to mourn. I didn't want to feel that. I didn't want to feel excluded. I didn't want to feel... I just didn't want to feel. So I tuned it all off, turned it all off. Like I said, I lost my dad 16 years ago to a heart attack. And I was very young when it happened. I wasn't very young. But I was in my mid-20s. And it wouldn't be a mukbang if I didn't spill stuff all over my beard or all over the... Yeah, I was in my mid-20s. And it was very, like any trauma, it was life-altering. And like many traumas, it's very difficult to get past. And Father's Day, his birthday, and the anniversary of his passing are 3 of the most difficult days I have in the calendar year. I have a little altar in my room dedicated to my father. And I have been blessed to have many father figures in my life. Spiritual fathers, political fathers, male mentors. And I honor and love them all. But the very first guy that will always have that first position was my biological father. And I miss him very much. So, Father's Day is hard, like I said. One thing that's kind of interesting, a development in my life, is being in a partnership with David. I have grown close to his father. And about a year or 2 ago, I stopped calling him Don Telmo like I used to do and started calling him Dad, which my father was Papi. And since David calls his father Daddy, I started calling him Dad and calling his mom Mom. I just started doing it. I feel like it just, it wasn't like a conscious decision. It was just something that evolved. And I have a dad. I have a father-in-law. And some Diet Pepsi. It came free with the meal. I have a dad. David's father is funny. He's very social, very engaging, very intelligent, loves to talk. David grew up in a family of artists. My father-in-law was very much an amateur videographer and photographer. He loved to document their family outings, their vacations, their parties, their celebrations. Dad apparently was always taking pictures and video recording everything. David and my sister-in-law Maritza have a very well-documented childhood. And it's because his dad was a photographer. His dad loved the moving image and documenting. So every time I go there in California, I get to see more pictures and hear stories about how, you know, he used to always have his video camera. So I'm very lucky. I have a father-in-law. I have a dad. And that brings me a lot of solace and a lot of it fulfills a need on many levels. I love talking to my in-laws. I love my father-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. I love my sister-in-law. David also has a brother, my brother-in-law, Melchor. They're all great. They're a really interesting, sweet family. I'm glad that I am a part of another family that's very wonderful. Very blessed. Okay, on to happier topics and themes. I am in the process of goal setting again. Yes, I make a lot of goals. I think you've seen in a lot of mukbangs, I have goals. I have a whole bunch of goals for my blog and my channel this summer. I am duly and diligently doing my research for freelance writing. I am in the process of starting a blog that will be my professional freelancer blog with a lot of different food related articles that I'm going to write and food samples. Very goal oriented. I like to have goals. And I've been thinking about another goal for myself for the summer, which is to make sure that I am having fun, because summer camp is a 7-week long arduous journey of 12 to 14 hour days, Monday through Friday, with these kids in this heat, in this city. And it is very common for a lot of us at the end of the week on Friday, when we get out of work at 7 or 7:30, to go home and face plant into the bed and not wake up until like Sunday afternoon, because you are exhausted. And what ends up happening is my weekends get totally wasted. Instead of me going out, having fun, eating at restaurant, doing my work on my channel and my blog and writing and all that, a lot of that gets lost because of just sheer fatigue. I am working on trying to make sure that I rest enough, that I balance rest with action and fun. I'm going to be going to the movies, going to eat at restaurants, taking nice long walks. Maybe I'm going to go to City Island. City Island is this little island off the coast of the Bronx, which is kind of suburban, and it's very well known for its seafood. I want to go there and video record a seafood boil. I want to do it. I don't know if I'm going to get to do it, because getting to City Island and moving around City Island is not easy, but I want to do my first seafood boil in City Island in the Bronx. I want, setting goals, working towards them, something that works for me. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of my research for freelance writing, and I'm extremely excited to write some samples, create my website, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot of freelance writing around food. I feel like that's a good niche for me. So I'm trying to develop plans the more I think about it, because summer camp starts in about a week and a half. And I don't want to waste the time recovering and being lazy, because it's very easy to become very lazy and lethargic. I want my free time to be fun. And all of that is going to include David. Movies, long walks, going to some piano bars. I got to support my bear. He's a singer. He likes to sing. He likes to go to karaoke and piano bars. And sometimes he doesn't go because I'm not into that. I want to help him get back into that and let him know that I'm supportive of that. Sometimes I've gone to piano bars with him and karaoke and I just want to kill myself. But we all have to be supportive and loving and be good partners. And I will suck it up and deal. I will suck it up and deal. So, gearing up for the summer. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God, I'm about to drop everything. The lamb is wonderfully spiced. The rice is real flavorful. The white sauce makes everything creamy and delicious. I know the corn is kind of like an oddball. Like, why do you have corn? Well, I wanted some corn. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is not like the greatest corn in the world. They have overboiled this. I mean, it's nice and sweet and soft. Nice, sweet, and soft, but they overboiled this brother. Also, they cook it and then leave it on top of these metal shelves, and then on top are those heating lamps to keep it warm. And all that does is just keeps cooking it in its own moisture, and eventually either it'll dry out or it'll become super overcooked. It's okay. I like it. Can't really mess up corn. You can try real hard, but and sometimes you succeed, but this one's okay. Gearing up for the summer. Gonna be working a lot on my blog and my channel. More tasting videos, more mukbangs, and then I'm doing my freelance blog and launching that. I want that to have that up and running by the beginning of September. Have a couple of pieces up there during the fall. Trying to take everything piece by piece and making it realistic. If I do a little bit each day, it'll all eventually get done. I love working that way. So, Sofrito lovers, I hope you are starting to think about some goals and some ideas for the summer. Summer's almost here. Friday's summer solstice, a time of beginning, of renewal. A great time to come up with some ideas and say, you know, I'm gonna try this for the summer. I'm gonna try that. I'm already working on my goals. And it should be a pretty good summer. So, Sofrito lovers, if you like this video, please like it, share it, encourage others to join the Sofrito family. Tell them to click the notification bells. You can follow Sofrito in My Soul on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, follow my blog, sofritoinmysoul.blogspot.com. I'm gonna be moving that blog to probably another platform by the end of July. Until then, you can catch me there on sofritoinmysoul.blogspot.com. Como siempre, go out there. Excuse me. Go taste for yourself. Go have some culinary adventures. Como siempre, mucho amor.